So I definitely always forget to record an actual intro for these tutorial videos. So we're just gonna start once the little preview of the makeup look begins. I've really been liking this makeup look, so I wanted to do a tutorial for you guys. It's so easy to do, and the cut crease really isn't as intimidating as you would think it is. So let's get started. The first thing I'm doing is prepping my face with the Morphe Prep and Set Makeup Setting Spray. Then I'm taking Cover FX Mattifying Primer, and then I'll be taking the Smashbox Photofinish Pore Minimizing Primer. I actually really like the Morphe setting spray. I just don't like it on top of my makeup because it makes me dewy. Then I'm taking Estee Lauder Double Wear and Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation, and I'm mixing those two together to create my own little custom shade. And then I'm going to be taking my black beauty blender and just blending that all in. Tarte Shape Tape concealers. I'm using the shade Light and the shade Light Neutral. So light is going right under my eyes, light neutral is going down the center of my face and around the perimeter of my chin. And I did put light down like the tip of my nose and on like the center of my chin just to brighten things up. So I'm just blending that all in, and then I didn't show this little clip, but I ended up putting some light neutral on my eyelids to conceal there. And then, of course, after that's all blended out, I'm taking the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm baking. Now I'm going to go in with a Morphe R10 brush and use the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I just got this brush and I actually really like it. It's pretty tapered and it's not as dense as like a kabuki brush, which I like because it gives you like a really nice blended out color on your cheekbones, and it is easy to sort of contour with or give yourself like a soft contour bronze. Now I'm taking the Benefit Cosmetics Hoola Bronzer and just the little wedge brush, and I'm going to contour with that color. And I did go a little heavy with that, so I'm going to go in with the Morphe R10 and just blend things out. This brush is also really good for contouring with. Then I'm taking the shade Dandelion on a Morphe E4 brush. And then I'm taking the e.l.f. blush brush, and I'm just using that to wipe away all of the extra powder from the baking. Cleaning up the contour a little bit. And now I'm going in with the Sigma E70, and I'm going to contour my nose with the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is still by far my favorite highlighting palette right now. Taking the Anastasia Nicole Guierriero Glow Kit in the shade Glow Getter on a Morphe M501, and I'm just going to highlight the normal areas, the cheekbones, above the eyebrows, down the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow. Now I'm taking the Morphe E4 and the e.l.f. blush brush again, and I'm just going to blend things out. I'm using the Morphe brush to blend out the highlight on my cheeks, and then the e.l.f. blush brush to blend out my nose contour and highlight. And then I just did my eyebrows. I will link the products I use down below. So now I'm going in with Beaches and Cream on a Morphe E27. So now we're getting into the really fun parts. I'm taking that color right above the crease. As you can see, I don't have a lot of lid space, so I am going to be creating the illusion of a larger lid space. Now on a Morphe R38, I'm taking the shade Lula in the Master Palette by Mario kit, not kit. It's just an eyeshadow palette. And that's going right on top of where I put Beaches and Cream just to define the faux crease a little bit more. Now on a Morphe M433, I'm taking the shade Violeta from the same palette, and that's going on the outer corner slightly above the crease, and we're just going to start deepening things up. And if you can tell, I'm not really rounding out the top of that color. I'm keeping it very straight because I don't want things to go too high above like the crease where like into my brow bone area. My eye shape is kind of weird. If you already have a large crease, then by all means follow that structure of your eye, but I'm trying to create more lid space. So now I'm going in with the R38 and I'm just blending out that top edge. And then I'm going to do the same thing on my other eye. And then on a Morphe M506, I'm taking the Anastasia shadow in the shade Noir. And that's going to deepen out the crease even more. So this is a really great brush if you want to do cut creases. It's very defining and it gets right into the crease area and blend things out amazingly. So I'm using that to deepen up the outer corner and drag the black into the crease a little bit more. And then after this, I'm going to be blending out those lines a little bit. So here I'm doing that with a Morphe M433. And then just repeating the same steps on the other side. Definitely go in with the light hand on the black. As you saw before, I picked up a little bit too much pigment on my first go, so I just put some of that on my other eye, which is the eye I'm working on now. So if you do that, don't be too afraid. You can put some on your other eye and then go back to the one you're working on and just start blending things out. And now I'm going to take my Shape Tape Concealer on a Morphe Flat Definer brush, and I'm going to start cutting out the crease. So since I don't have a lot of lid space, as I have mentioned a bunch of times now, I'm going to be going right above my actual crease and making it look a little bit larger. So that's all you want to do. You just want to take the concealer on a little brush like this and just start carving out the crease. If you have a nice big lid space, then just cut your natural crease, and if not, just go right above your crease so that when you open your eyes, that lid space is now larger and that shadow is going to be seen when your eyes are still open. So you'll see as I keep doing this, when I open my eyes, you can see that line when my eye is open. So you're going to be able to see the shadow more, as opposed to if I didn't cut my crease, you wouldn't be able to see it as much because my eyelids just fold over onto my shadow most of the time. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds of... Now I'm just repeating the same process on the other eye. Breathing in, hold tight, chemicals collide, hold tight, hold tight. Using this technique makes doing your eyeshadow so easy. And also, as you can see, I'm not taking it all the way out because I want those outer corners to stay dark. So now I'm going in with the Urban Decay eyeshadow in the shade Half Baked on a Urban Decay eyeshadow brush. And this is just a flat eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to put that color all over the area where I cut my crease, and there's concealer now. Now I'm taking the Morphe M433 in the shade Violeta again, and I'm just blending that into the outer corner where the black meets the gold shadow, just to make sure everything is blended and there's no harsh lines right there. And now I'm going in with the star of the show, Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in the shade Midnight Cowboy, and this is really going to change the look and change it like dramatically. So I'm just taking the liner and I'm going right into that crease right at the top of that line where we ended with our shadow, and I'm just filling in all of that lid space. And it's going to make, especially if you have hooded eyes like I do, it's going to make your eyelid look like you have a lot more space than you actually do. So you'll see at the end, once I have all this glitter on, how much bigger my eyelids look, even though I don't really have any at all. I didn't realize that my hand was in the way for most of these shots with the glitter liner, but all I'm doing is applying the liner. There's no tips or tricks for that. You just put it on your eyelid. Now I'm going in with the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Eye Crayon in the shade Rococo, and I'm going to tight line and waterline my what is it called? My eyes. Now on a Morphe E43, I'm taking the shade Violeta again, and I'm just running that along my lower lash line. And you can smoke this out however much you want. I personally don't like having too much smokiness underneath my eyes, but that's just my preference. So go ahead and do whatever you like. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Lula on a Morphe E36. And I'm just going to start buffing out that shade even further. Now I'm taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Million lashes and my eyelash curler, and I'm just going to give my lashes a single coat of mascara, and then I'm going to be putting some falsies on. I was trying so hard not to make that ugly mascara face. I did have to edit some out though. I'm not that good. All right, and the lashes I'm going to be using are Flutter lashes, style Slayla. These are some of my favorite lashes to wear. The band is so lightweight and it's so flexible. You don't really feel them on your eyes at all, and they look amazing. I really need to get a new pair though, because I've been using this pair for a while. All right, and then I'm taking the Morphe M433 and just blending out that top part of the cut crease, because now that we have lashes on, I want to see how much further I need to extend the shadow, just so that the lashes don't cover absolutely everything. And now I'm taking the Nude Sticks Magnetic Matte Lip Color in the shade Greystone, and I'm going to be using that as my lip color today. You can use whatever lip color you want with this look. I think anything would go with it. You could use a nude, a red, a purple, like whatever you want to use. I think it would go great with this makeup look because it's so neutral. And I actually really like this lip pencil. So I'm going to be going in with a eyeliner brush from Sigma. I think it's the EO5, just to get in there and define the lips a little bit more. The pencil on here is not super thin or defining, as you can tell, so I do go in with a eyeliner brush to fix that. But I actually really like the formula on this pencil. It does dry down matte. I know I was saying in my last video I didn't know if it would or not, but it definitely does, and it lasts for a good amount of time on the lips, and it's not drying either. So I'm really happy with the formula, and I absolutely love the color. So that's going to wrap up the video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial and you liked the makeup look, because I'm obsessed with it. So definitely like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Baby girl, you're so damn fine, though. Wanna know if I can hit it from behind, though. I'm sipping on you like some fine wine, though. When it's over, I press rewind, though. Talking bands, I got it. Benjamins in my pocket. 30 years.